Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of The Hustle Today. Today, I have yet another guest for you, but this one is very special. Why? Because this woman went through a lot of things in her life before DDIP, and then she somehow mustered up the courage to join the program. She worked hard. She's actually very smart. She's a single mom, and yet now, after all of the things that she went through in her life, she's making 5 lakh rupees a month. I won't give out much details. I would rather like to learn and hear it from her. So let's just bring her on the call and hear it from her. Hello, Pallavi. Welcome to the
Hi there.
call, and
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so much for being on the call. So tell me, what are you doing currently? Where you from?
So I'm from Jabalpur, and right now I'm just working as a freelancer, content writer, and website designer.
Okay.
So I take digital marketing, other projects related to digital marketing as well. But I am focused with content writing and website design.
So you're from batch 10, so far as I remember, and we had
Yes.
great conversations on the call. But I just got to know a little bit about you through the conversation that we had last time. And that's really intriguing because right now the success that you have had after DDIP and that the struggles that you went through, I want to know more about it. So can you please tell me, like, what were you doing earlier and how you came here and how have you achieved what you have achieved?
Yeah, it's a long story actually. So I try to shorten it a bit. So it's like I was into corporate sector before getting married. Till 2007, I worked with Airtel, City Financial, and also with that Reliance as well. I was into corporate, so I was very well happy and working kind of people. Okay, okay, fine. I was always ready to work, even if last minute work somebody is giving me. I was always happy with that. I got married, and I had this one thing always in my mind that either I can take care of home or I can work, do my job, because it is very difficult as I thought earlier. This was my thought process actually. So I stopped working. But with a failed marriage of 12 years and two daughters, I came back to my parents. And
Oh,
I decided that I don't want to go back. As usually happens in our families, that okay, fine,
mhm.
how could you come back and why don't you just go? Why this was your decision not to work and all that. So
Mm,
I was like, okay, fine, but you do not know exactly what a person is going through. Decisions, we make wrong decisions, everybody does, but that does not mean that I had this thought very well, that does not mean that I have to be with that wrong decision for the whole life. It's okay. It was very difficult to convince them. It took me long time to convince everybody that I am happy here. So
mm.
when I came back, my daughters were there for a year. It was like trauma for me as well, that I cannot bring them with me, because it was like, like emotional pressure. They always wanted to me that you'll come back for daughters. But I'm a kind of person, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it wholeheartedly. If I'm not doing anything, I'm just cut off forever with that person. Nothing can bring me back to that person. Nothing. So that was there in my mind. And I started back after 12 to 13 years. It was very difficult to get back to corporate. So it was like everything was changed. I was into telecom, and telecom sector has completely changed. I was like, what? So many new technologies have come and everything. So I started the teaching job. It was in Kangaroo Kids. It is a kindergarten school. I started there. I was earning 15K at that time. When I left my job in 2007. That time also I was earning 15K. When I joined back in 2018, that was also in 15K. But I was okay with that. कि चलो कहीं तो start हो रहा है. I'm at least getting something, and that was also on my own. There was no help, there was no support, there was no reference. I was just doing it on my own, so I was happy with that. Then pandemic came, and when pandemic came, that during that time teaching was going on, but kya haal tha abhi schools ka and all these things were going on. Then suddenly I was also looking for some job and all that. I got a call one day, and that call asked me that if you'll fill up this form, and this is from SBI, SBI bank, and we get to know that you're looking for it. At that particular time, actually, I put my resume in different websites. and they took a website name, which I thought that yes, I did it. And that too through LinkedIn, I did actually. It was through LinkedIn and all that happened. I
Oh,
filled form, and when I filled that form, there was like I had to pay some 50 or 100 rupees for that, or 10, something like that only. I thought, okay, fine, let's fill the form. It's a bank form, maybe they ask for. When I entered my debit card details, straight away 10,000 rupees gone away from my bank. I was like, what happened? I called that person back. He was like, don't worry, ma'am. Nothing will happen. Hum aapka paisa wapas kar denge and all this thing happened. I said, okay, fine, let's do it. He said, you have to fill up the same form again. I was so panicked at that particular time that I did not actually realize that I should understand that what they're doing. I didn't understood that. I was in definitely, it was like completely somehow 10,000 ekdam se chale jana was a big deal for me. I thought, okay, fine. I filled that form again, and then they asked for the OTP, and I did not even realize that that OTP is actually of my bank OTP. They have tracked my debit card details and they have asked for the bank OTP. They got to know what was the amount in left in my bank, and suddenly I am getting a message. Within seconds, I got a message 32,000 has just debited from your account. I was like, what? And after that, I have been calling that number. It was like, of course, they switched off the number. I couldn't reach that back. I went to the police station. They said that अगर हमारे पास if many people will come with the same complaint, then only we can take the action. Otherwise, can't. So I was like, okay, fine. It was a big loss for me. Though I was never into that monetary thing, I was very clear that, okay, these things never bothered me for longer time. But still, it was a big loss for me as like I was earning on my own and my daughters are also there. But then, okay, fine, because I was with my parents supported me. They said, okay, don't worry. They already knew that I have always been very careful while doing any online transactions. But this time, if this happened to me, then it's okay. I mean, they supported. I don't know how did this support came from their end, but they supported me at that particular time. This happened. Then I was into content writing from very long time.
one second. Before you move further, let me just get back to that incident. Um, this is a bit like not related to you exactly, but how they did it. So, I mean, the first time they asked you to fill a form with a name, so they gained your trust. Even with you had a little bit of suspicion, and then second time when they actually received your call, you must have like they actually gained your trust by when they received the call. And since they knew that you are already panicking, the second time they actually used it, your panic and the trust that you had. So it was like, sweet spot. And that's when they defrauded you of, 42,000 rupees.
Right.
One is the trick that they played. Like, seriously, I mean, there is something to be thought of, like, how people can actually do all of this. So playing with psychology, one. The second is what you must have gone through at that time. I mean, 1,000, 2,000 rupees, if we lose, we panic. And here, 42,000 rupees. That's more than, like, for most people, that's like 2 months' salary, 1 month salary. And you lost it, all the hard-earned money. And wow, wow, in the sense that how you coped up with it. And all of this after a failed marriage, the experience that you had to go through after 12 years. And I want to know more about, like, how did you gather the strength to make a decision that you want to get out of it and then start a life on your own? Because thinking that you're going to live alone, you're going to have two responsibilities and in your children, and you will be alone. I mean, can you get back to it a little bit?
Yeah.
And it must be a little difficult for you, but I want to know more, like, how did you gather that strength?
No, actually, I should say that it's not now, it doesn't bother to me. So it's not that difficult to discuss as well. But there's a friend who always taught me that if you won't stand for yourself, nobody is going to be. So I actually tried to get out of that marriage 3 times before as well, earlier as well. Nobody was like, okay, every time, parents' pressure or the society's pressure, you have to go back being a woman. Okay, fine. just adjust kind of things. It happens, he will be all right, or the things will be all right. I won't blame that person as well completely, because I believe that if a relationship breaks, it's from both the sides. Both the people are responsible for a broken relationship. But I just at that particular time it made me like, it was like pani sar se upar chale jana wali baat. Now if I won't take any decision, this will be continue. And there was always a fear inside me. I always have that thing that, am I going to live my life like this only? Is this the life for me? This was the fear which made me feel that no, I can't live like this. This, I can't end my life like this. This is, I mean, this was always with me. I don't know, this must be surprising, but this is something which was there from first month of my marriage. Like, is it gonna be like this only? I got married to a very renowned family. They are super rich people and all that. But that money also couldn't stop me. That fame also was like, okay, no, I'm happy with my middle class family is also happy. I'm happy with them. I can't be like this. You know, वो एक सोने का चिड़िया आप पिंजरे में बंद करके, and you want them to be happy always. I was not like this. So I had to gather somewhere the strength. And if I would have been there, my daughters would also have to face the same thing. I mean, I had to take a decision for them as well. This was for them as well. Although everybody in our society, this is completely like, why do you want to, what will happen to your daughter? You have two daughters. How are you going to give them a good life? They have this, they can give them a better life and all these things. But I was like, today as well, many times they feel like, I have not asked my husband for anything. My ex-husband, I did not ask for any element. It's just like, he is just taking care of the educational expenses of my daughters. All other expenses I'm only taking care of. So, and I did not ask anything for myself as well. My people were like, how are you going to spend your life without money? I mean, money is always a support.
Of
I was
course.
like that, I am the one who wants to go out of this marriage. Why should I ask for anything? This is the biggest thing for me. If they will leave me and I can just be myself, I will earn money this much at least, that I can live and I can give a good life to my daughters as well. So the biggest support which he is doing is an educational support. Otherwise, other things are happening already. And then people says, "तुम उनकी शादी कैसे करोगी?" Even at they say they are at very tender stage. It's not required. I have just one thing in my mind, and this is something I teach my daughters as well. Even today, they're too young to understand maybe, but you should always have your own house before getting married to anybody, no matter what. And in a similar way, like people ask about how are you going to manage their marriage and all this. I just tell them I just need to educate them. I am not responsible for their marriage at all. And marriage is not in their cards as well, at least from my end, until they want it. So these are the small things which comes in hurdles keeps coming. It took me 3 years to get legally divorced with that person. It was not at all a smooth journey. From parents, from family, from society, everybody was like, क्या बोलेंगे लोग क्या कहेंगे, चार लोग हमारे लाइफ में हमेशा रहते हैं ना, वो मेरे भी थे. But abhi doesn't matter to me. कोई कुछ भी बोलता है. My father now proudly says that my daughter did not ask even a single penny for herself. Now he proudly tell everybody that she did not even took a single penny from them. And this itself makes me proud that, okay, fine, I did something good for myself. This is how.
Wow. I mean, one word, wow. Um, after all of this and all that incident of that, you losing money, how did you come up to DDIP?
So, as I told you that I was into content writing earlier as well, but I was a Hindi content writer. I used to write Hindi stories on Mom's Presso and other platforms. I used to write poetries as well. But I just thought that I should have my own open blogging platform. I started with that. I thought to get it designed from someone properly. But then they were asking for a very whooping amount, which I was not able to pay at that time. Obviously, I was completely like left with no money. So I just thought that let's try on my own. Already WordPress pe I had a blog earlier. So when I started working and learning, I just realized that I can do this more. So I started with my open blogging platform. I created this. We are having a page. We have around 100 people who keep writing on that platform as well. And then uske baad I designed an e-commerce platform, which was an idea of my daughter to help the needy people, small vendors, so roadside vendors hote hain. We help them during Diwali festivities and all. Again, we are going to do the same thing where we did not ask anything from them in return. It was like we just took their products and we sell off, and we paid the money to them directly, whatever the amount was there. So we worked this like this because it was a learning for me to explore e-commerce platform as well. I did that. I got to know about DDIP when DDIP batch 3 was announced. So I wanted to get into that, but I was skeptical because of this fraud which had happened to me earlier. I was little whether I should join or not. I hope this is also again not a fraud kind of thing. I was new into digital marketing and all these things
I
at
mean,
that particular.
especially because it was like, in DDIP, you get cashbacks for whatever
Huh.
you deposit. So you must have been like, how can it be that
Yes, exactly.
you are joining in and then you complete it, you get all the money. So how can that happen?
Why would anybody teach us without taking any single money? Yeah,
But
even that was.
now you have done all of this. You must be like thinking.
Yeah, I'm surprised, and you won't believe now there are people who are actually coming up with the same concept. Now they're coming up with the same concept. Yesterday only I've attended something like, okay, fine, they are coming with the same concept because we pata hai that this is a
True.
full form of like
Yeah.
safe and all that anybody can earn money through and good people as well. So
Hmm.
yeah, that time I was skeptical, but then again, batch 10 aate aate, there was a person who had already done, and I knew that man. So he told me that Pallavi, you can go for it. Was an acquaintance to me, but he helped me during my website designing. So I trusted him over him that okay, fine. So I just did it. When I enrolled myself and when I was just going through the videos every week, the best part what I felt about DDIP is that it made you do everything practically. Before that also, I have joined few courses of Udemy, WordPress designing and all these things. But there was no motivation to do it practical. Okay, fine, you're just learning, you're reading. And I am the one who likes to do practical rather than going through each and every theoretical part. I should not say this and I should, but I really want to confess this that many a times I didn't watch the video completely because it's not because I don't want to watch it or I am not, I'm getting bored, but it is, I was always anxious toward working fast. That, okay, fine, how can I implement this? So many times when Didi was teaching us how to create an FB ad, although I have already done pixels and all that for my e-commerce platform, but still I was doing with him during this. And this made me feel that no, practicality is something different. He is letting you go to the practical world. He is showing you the aina dikhana jisko bolte hai, that this is a mirror and look at the mirror where you are standing. So yeah, DDIP helped into that very well.
Wow. And when you came into DDIP, the first week, success mindset, how was it for you?
It actually blown away my mind that how you can actually think about the things, how you should go about the things, and it made me feel more confident that I can do. So if you just if I don't know whether you have because you're not into social media too much. So when I've written the review of DDIP as well, I have written a line something like that: believe in yourself and not what others are saying, because this is what DD has always told us, that you should believe what you're doing. If you yourself is not believing and if you don't trust yourself, then who is going to trust you? So I was like completely into that कि
Your
ये
story
करना
is
है.
your story is an embodiment. You yourself are an embodiment of that statement, as just like you said, right? And I think a lot of it in what is in week one video, you must have, it must have resonated with you
Yeah.
because, to have this courage and to have that success oriented mindset, not to get stuck with, things. And there's so many aspects to that video. It's a wonderful video. I mean, seriously. So this begs me to, this forces me to ask you, how was the journey of DDIP, and what particularly in DDIP did you like the most? Any particular week, any particular aspect?
Was fabulous, I should say. Because in fact, I'm missing the journey. It pushed me to do this, do that. And the one week which I can relate with it, because I am still not able to cope up with that, but I like it much, like cold emailing and just lead generation. It was like fabulous. I have never thought about this, that okay, this the way we can get the clients as well. I was like completely blown away with this thing. Okay, this is something really new to me. So I still, like yesterday only, I was thinking I should watch it again and I should just get it done again. I need more clients. I need to get it. This is the only thing I can go with this.
I
Convert
was
kit
saying,
using the tools. I mean, it was really wonderful. So that particular, when he taught us how to go for use the different tools and how you can just generate the leads, how to send the cold emails, how you can convert them, it was wonderful. Those 2 3 sessions were like completely uh, life changing for me, because I am the one who can't go and ask for, but now I was going and asking for in another way. This was
so
something really good.
you mentioned about lead generation and the email marketing, right? Now, can you elaborate a little bit? How did it? So it was new and challenging for you, but then you went ahead, you applied it, and how did you apply it, and how did you get clients? What were the results from it? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah. So, because I was into content writing and all that, so I just sent few emails related to website designing and content writing both. In my email, both the services were mentioned, because I was not able to segregate my niche, whether I should go for content writing or website designing. So I just combined both the niche together and I worked for them. So I just sent them, when I sent these cold emails, there was one email went to the startup reporter, and I spoke to them. They said, okay, you are into writing. I said, yes, I'm into writing and I can go for this. So they started giving me few projects, where he started with a project for NPS, and he asked me to write it down. I said, okay, fine. When I actually had no idea at that time how to write for a corporate, because my field was completely different. In fact, initially also when DDIP started, I asked if I can go with the Hindi writing or not. But yes, it was into English, so I converted myself into completely fine. Let's go for the English writing. And then I started writing. When I started writing about him, I just suggest that NPS company. Then he told me that you're good into profile building writing articles. So he started giving me into that. I don't know. He felt that I to still don't believe in myself to be when it comes to writing. Because it's like that. I don't know. You always says now that there should be there's a zeal to learn always. So I never feel that okay that I have reached to that कि मैं लिख सकती हूँ. I'm always like, if somebody tells me you write very well, I said I'm just learning right now. Even today with your consultation, I've joined many courses where I'm still learning that okay fine, this I should do, this I should do, and all that. So when he came to me and he said that you write really well, I said okay fine. So he started giving me with this profile building articles. There was one article related to Sugardhana. It's an organic product, disinfectant basically. And it was related to Dr. Karthik Narayanan. He belongs to Bangalore itself. So I said, okay, fine, I'll write it down. I just simply, it was just an article came to me and I had to write about it. I wrote and gave it to him. After that, again, there was one more assignment came, which was an SEO optimization article we had to write. It was of 1500 words. So till now, we were just writing 500 to 1100 words. Ka. Abhi we had to write 1500 words. I was like, what to do? Last moment made me realize that I should convert this article into an interview, and I did that. I spoke to the person that can I do this, sir, because it was important to take his permission. And at the same time, I had to keep this thing in mind that I should not tell him that I am the one who has originally written for him. written for him, sorry. So he said, ki, okay, fine, you can go for it. And I've told the person as well, startup reporter Samir Srivastava, I've told him as well that I have approached him and for this, because I need to do this assignment, and and it was very late at night. You were not there to answer my question. So he said, it's okay. So when I asked him, he approached me. After that, he just saw one of my that advertisement also we have created because DD has asked us to promote ourselves. So for that also we had to create an advertisement related to website designing. I did that as well. That was also, I should say, Karthik Narayanan has come because of DD's push only, that okay, fine, you have to do this, you have to do that. So when I did that, he saw my advertisement, he saved my number. I just put it everywhere on my status and all that. Then he approached me that, could you please do this for me? I was very happy. One thing what I always took as a challenge, that never say no for any kind of work. For Insta page handling was new to me. I am so lazy that I do not handle my own page. And then there's a client who's asking me to handle his FB and Insta pages. I was like, how am I going to do that? But I said, okay, fine. Never say no to a client. This is how you will build a team for yourself. I said, okay, I do everything. There were a couple of meetings went on, and then he agreed. I gave him a very big quotation and all that. It was like around 98,000 per month quotation was there. There were 2 projects of him which I had to do. And he agreed on that. It was close to 1 lakh project. And I mentioned that it is going to be a 6 months contract. If we are working for 6 months continuously. I made it sure. He said, okay. And he agreed with few couple of things. And he even mentioned this, that I have come to you because of your article writing. You did not write that to show me anything or to impress me. I said, yes, it was just I also had this thing in my mind, मेरे को ये article अपने project के लिए assignment के लिए लिखना है. That was the only thing in my mind at that time. I didn't know that he will ever come to me and ask me to do that. I have written that, and this is how he came to me, and the project closed. Now the biggest challenge which was there, how am I going to deliver the services? Because there were few services which I was not doing it properly. Content writing was okay, website designing okay. How am I going to Facebook handle and Insta handle? Then I hired 2 people for that. I've given them the salary for this. I said, you earn this for this. So this is how I have just finished his project. And 3 months, after 3 months, he had some personal problems. So he went off on a break. But he said, whenever I will come back, I will come back to you, Pallavi. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I said,
Wow.
okay, fine.
I mean, another wow. Like, so first all the challenges, and then the steps that you actively took to find this client, and then I mean, it was your efforts, right? So people are like most people that you I'm lucky or the other person is lucky, I'm not lucky, and things like that. See, luck is just things happening to you, and you just have to show up. When you show up, you will meet luck. Luck is just somebody else trying to find something exactly like you, and you show up at that spot. Like, you say for example, Pallavi, look, put yourself in a position of Dr. Karthik Narayanan and me in your position. And if he is looking for a content writer somewhere in his mind or and he's looking for somebody like me, he has an agenda. Everybody has an idea what they are looking for. And if I didn't show up, somebody else might have got it.
Yes.
So it would be their luck. But if I show up, it will be my luck. I'll have the chances. And you made the most out of it because you had the struggles, you had the challenges, you had a determination that you will do something good of your own. And you didn't stop. And you kept applying whatever you learned. You were more focused on the practicals. And that is exactly what DDIP is all about. And you applied all of it consistently. And you got good with the ads, you got good with the lead generation, you got good with content writing, you got good with email marketing, and so many things. So again, wow to you on that. Now, since then, how many? So far since DDIP started, and you started actively doing all of this, how many clients have you been able to work with?
It's around 10 clients I have been working with.
10 clients. That's very nice. And do you have any repeat customers from them?
Yeah, Karthik has come back to me for another website, which was like
Wow.
very urgent. He
Okay.
said, I can trust you only. And whatever amount I've asked him, he paid. to me that okay, fine, because he wanted a website within 2 days, and
Mm.
he just gave me 1.5 days for that. And
You're
I
developing
I
websites, you're
I
writing
did
the
that.
content too.
Yeah, I did that. So he came again. One more client. The best part, Divya, is that I have been getting clients by word of mouth. Everybody, whosoever has come, like Swapnil, she was also in DDIP only with our batch 10 only.
Right.
She has also recommended someone to me, and right now that person is also from Bangalore, and I'm doing his project as well right now. And then somewhere also recommended me for to work with that. I don't know, but this is coincidence something that I'm getting clients all from South India. Every either from Chennai or from Bangalore or from somewhere else. People are coming from these areas to me. And then I did word of mouth ke through. I got one more client that was for coding. But then again, as I said, that I never say no to any client, because this is how I'm going to earn and learn as well, both the things. So I get it done, that work as well. He was from Delhi. Few home bakers are from Jabalpur itself. They wanted their Insta handles. So I did that for them. For Insta handles also, I got one another person that she's a lady. Like, I'm more happy that I'm able and capable to give work to others as well.
Mm. So
So like,
because you have hired other digital freelancers,
yeah,
so you are not just getting employment out of it, you're also employing other people. So you
yes,
create generating employment, and this is great. Speaking of Swapna, she's a very nice lady. I
she is
recall
right.
that, and the part that you've been getting clients from word of mouth. I mean, it is so phenomenal that you just need that one seed, and that seed, because I relate to it. When I was in DDIP, I have been through all of this. It was a wonderful experience, and I too kind of miss it those days. Um, it was a seed because it allowed me to see that how, if I write well, that I can write well. In fact, I didn't know I write well. Only after DDIP, I realized, okay, I write well. And then having the opportunity to interact with so many people, and then ultimately getting a chance to talk to DD. And so, I mean, this is just one part of it that I'm saying. I got so many benefits out of that one decision that I made to join DDIP. It just
I
has
agree.
improved my life in a phenomenal way. And of course, you have to have the tenacity, and which you just did, which you just show that is you took the practical knowledge, you implemented it, and you worked so hard and so diligently on it that you gained somebody's trust. And then you kept doing that, and you get clients through referrals. When I was running a fitness studio, it was a very similar case. I started fitness studio, and I would say 99% of all my clients, I think I worked with 170 people in a period of 6 7 years, personally one-to-one coaching, and 99% of them were through word of mouth. And I can relate to it, how you did what you did, and that is phenomenal.
That is the best part. Actually, I feel that okay, if people are recommending, that is the best thing actually, because they're recognizing your work. They are understanding that okay, fine, this she is the one who will give it. And one thing I've always kept in my mind, that although earning money is a different thing, but I am not supposed to run after money all the time. So that's why I always, whosoever I've hired for any kind of work, they are the best than me in that particular field, and I know that. I mean, if somebody, that woman told me that you have done so much, you're like Hanuman, tumhe jagana padta hai. I was like, you are doing much better than me, which you're not able to understand right now. That's the reason why I'm coming to here and giving you more work rather than taking it on my own. So you take the money, it doesn't matter to me. But client ke samne naam hona chahiye that okay, Pallavi is doing that. So I always pay more to them, because this is how I'm gaining my clients' trust when they are giving a good work, and this is how I'm gaining my people's trust as well. Ki Pallavi ke saath, if you're working, it is okay. Your money is not going to go anywhere, and she will not let you be in loss. So this is
One
I always have been tried.
that is really nice. One question that I got, I would like to ask you. So at one point, as far as I remember, you said that you were struggling to build up your own website, right? And now you're building websites.
Yeah.
How is that transition? Do you even look back and think about it? Because I relate to it too. Because in week 4, I created, my own website. And before that, I had always to ask my sibling, hey, help me with the website, help me set up this, help me with the domain and hosting. And he would always like do it, but he was like frustrated that I'll keep asking him the same thing over and over again. And now that I know it myself, it just feels amazing, right? It is so simple, I can do it myself. And that confidence came to me through that practical assignment, because
Yeah.
how to create a WordPress website and set it up is something that you can watch on YouTube. But having somebody who can guide you, who can just put you step by step, okay, do this, do this, do this, is something that was phenomenal. So tell me about that. How do you
So
look back at it now?
it's like, first of all, practicing made me like, okay, find zeal to learn about different themes, different plugins, keep practicing them made me. Then I don't know, I am sure many you people do not know that even during DDIP, there were many people who did not finish that week 4's assignment. And they were like, they were stuck with the website. उनको कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा how to do that.
I know
So
I've been there.
as Swapneshwar and many people were helping. We were helping them but then they came one to one. When they came one to one, then I have taken 2 to 3 hour session as well of 3 to 4 people where I taught them how to set up your website, how to add pixels, how to do that, how to do Google site kit and everything. I mean, it was one to one call for 2 to 3 hours. That made me also recall everything, that if this problem is coming, like there were many people who were facing different problems, even those problems came with those people as well jinko main sikha rahi thi. But then I could also relate, okay fine, now do this and do that, then it will be resolved. So I got to learn with this. So while teaching them, while learning them, I get into the depth of website designing. Okay, how to do this, how to do that, which is the best hosting server. People were so confused with the hosting server, how to do that. But then, as you said, nothing comes for free. So I charged them for my services. I said, boss, I'll give you the hosting as well of mine, which is the best. I find it best. And then because I was using it for from 1 year, so I knew that I never got to stuck with that. So I just asked them for that. If you need, if you're confused with the services, you can. I teach you how to create a website, and I give you my shared hosting as well. But you have to pay me this much amount, and I'll do this. They were ready to pay because they wanted to learn. I was like, okay, fine, because they wanted to finish their assignment. And this thought came in my mind. This also didn't come to my mind as I was not at all into the money wala side. But then there's one lady, Avantika. She's into holistic healing. She is the first one who has called me personally that I want to know how to set up a website. I have explained her. Now she's into holistic healing and all that. So she gave me because of my due to my services. In return, she has given me a session of 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. I was okay with that, and I did not even thought of that she is giving me it in return. I thought she's just doing as a friendly gesture,
Mhm.
because till then I had this thing only in my mind. I helped her as that perception only. Then she has, instigated this thought in my mind that what are you doing when you have this much of knowledge? Why aren't you asking? There are so many people who are willing to do this, who are willing to pay, who are still stuck, and you're not helping them out. So why don't you do this? So I did that, and they actually came to me, and I've been very clear to them. See, if you want, you can go. If you don't want, I am okay with that also. I am ready to help you offline. That's not a problem. I help many people offline without going on one-to-one Zoom call. But then putting your efforts for 2 to 3 hours and all this, then I thought, okay, fine. If Avantika is suggesting me, let's try this, and it worked for 2 to 3 people with me. So this is how I just you can say, people came to me with that also. And ये भी नहीं हुआ कि I stopped them because एक बार ले लिया एक session का अभी खत्म अभी I won't help. They came to me with the Facebook ads wala. They came to me with their problems during Google ads. They have come to me when there was convert kit and type form was there. There was one assignment of emailing and all that. Different combinations का जो एक assignment, I do not remember. I remember the module right now, but there were 5 to 6 assignments continuously when I was teaching them for 2 to 3 hours, and I was with them. This is how I was learning, and this made me getting into the depth of the website designing and cold marketing or cold emailing and all these things. And Neha, now it's really good when people ask me, is this how much you're going to charge for website? I just tell them that, okay, fine. You can see my work. If you think that I do not deserve it, then you can come and complain about it. But I know that I can deserve this much and you will get it. So this, as I've told you, now that I've given a website in 2 days as well. If somebody is coming and people come to me with their urgent problems always. अर्जेंसी है पल्लवी के पास चले जाओ 2 दिन में बना करके दे देगी.
You know what is really interesting, what I derive out of this is the power of the community. I mean, you get to interact with so many people, you get to help so many people, and as a result, you learn and earn so much. I mean, because when I was in batch 2, we had these sessions, we had all the steps and everything given, but a lot of times at some point you just feel something, you know, you have some issue. And then at that point, of course, I mean, late at night, I'm not going to be able to find my mentor, because the mentor obviously has, like, you know, so many people to attend to. So at that point, whom should I ask? So I'll ask my fellow colleagues that, hey, are you awake? Are you going to help me? And they helped me a lot. And, you know, I also helped a lot of people. So you actively, people like you, I mean, there are more people like you, but, you know, when I get to talk with people like you, it makes me, you know, I can relate to it. And I just feel, wow, that, you know, this is the mindset that, you know, okay, there are people of this mindset, great mindset of, you know, learning via helping. You're not just helping other people, but you're also learning, and you are being smart and diligent about that, you know, that, okay, I'm giving you my time, so the other person is getting value from you, so they should also give you back in terms of value. So, you know, all of this that you do is just really, really nice. I'm really impressed by, you know, knowing what you have done so far.
Actually, this one thing, just she has put into my mind one thing that what I have understood with the things that you should never create a negative aura around you. So if you're doing something, so you should give it as a gift. If you feel that this is not a gift or you are expecting something, then you should finish it. That expectation should be, completed at that particular time only in any of the manner. Because in that case, you always create a negative aura around you, and then you are not able to help others. Neither you are able to help others, nor you are able to learn itself. So I just took that one in that one assignment. Yes, I did that. After that, whenever they came, so I knew that, okay, fine, they have that trust ki Pallavi will help us. And there was a time, there were few people who were just asking me for my assignment. Have you done the assignment? Please give it to us. So I was like, boss, if you're coming with a problem, I am always okay. But I cannot spoon feed because DD is already doing that. And if you're not following him, then this is wrong that you are asking other person also for. You should do some efforts at least for on yourself. Abhi, I will help you. I'll give you my. I have done this 2 to 3 times. After that, I simply have started ignoring their messages for this. I said, if you want any help, I am always there. But don't ask me to just share my assignment because you don't want to do anything.
I understand, you know, it happens. And in fact, so there are two things which people are not able to differentiate between. One is learning by others' help, seeking others' help versus
Yeah,
seeking spoon feeding. There's a clear fine line between them. There's a clear
exactly.
distinction. One, and second is promoting promoting yourself, promoting affiliate products, and spamming people and, you know, bothering them, versus you helping them and saying, okay, I'll help you with this. And if there is more time involvement, then, you know, you should compensate, or we should exchange value,
Yeah,
like what you did with Avantika. There was no monetary exchange, but there was exchange of value. And that
yeah,
is what is important. That is the essence of it. And you were not spamming her. She wasn't spamming you with sponsored things and etc. So, you know, that is something that I really admire, that, you know, you held that understanding, and there are people who do that. So that is wonderful. And so, okay, getting back to what you did so far, you have worked with 10 clients, and you have been, like, you know, consistently getting word of mouth referrals, everything. How much in total revenue have you made since you've joined DDIP?
it's 5 lakh plus.
5 lakh.
Yeah. And what actually brought a smile on my face is not 5 lakh. The best part is that I could give my father's money within assign week 5. I think week 5 was about to finish and I gave my father's money back to him.
Wow.
That was something brought a smile on my face. This is how it happened. Okay, fine, Papa. You take this money now. I whatever will come is mine. Now you take this.
So that is like 33 times the value of what you invested in DDIP. I mean,
Actually,
wow, this is so interesting. Now, what are your future plans? What are you trying to, shoot for next?
I am good with freelancing things and all, but yeah, I want to be very I mean greedy. You can say that yes, I want to work with you people. What I have learned from you, Kamna or Didi, about Giant as well. I mean, you people are so sorted about everything. Either it is helping other, either it is teaching, either it is a mentoring. I mean, either your even if it is related to your work, you people are so sorted. It's there's no confusion. There is nothing like that. ये नहीं करना है या करना है. And I like to work in that atmosphere where people are sorted with the thing. This is what I have to do, and if somebody else also want, I am there. So, this is because I have worked into this atmosphere. Luckily, when I was into corporate, I have always got this kind of atmosphere. People say that corporate world is the worst one. But I found the teaching world is the worst one, to be very true. I should not say this being a teacher. But there was a different kind of competition between teachers, getting kids love and all these things. I know boss ka favorite hona is another way in corporate. But then there is a level of understanding which I have gotten. Maybe I have not been into that shitty corporate life which people used to talk about, which people might be facing now. I have been very lucky with this thing. And I have seen the same kind of work culture in between you people as well. Whenever you are in conversation, you have been two to three of you have been in conversation once or
Yep.
twice, in fact. So I have seen that. And your video of Didi's house visit and all that, that made me more to to know about him, like how his working culture and all these things, how because to be very true, you people are very young to me, but still I just feel like you people are inspiration for us to learn more about it and to work more. So yes,
True. I mean,
and my freelancing is going on, that I'm happy with that.
one thing before I ask you more about your future plans in terms of freelancing. So the team that I get to work with is just amazing because there is no working hours. Like at to suppose I have a task to do. I couldn't do it during the day. No problem. I'll do it at night and then I'll ping somebody. If somebody's awake, they'll help me. Tomorrow morning, if I wake up at 8 and or say 7, and if somebody's awake, they'll help me. There is no boundary. It's all commitment. It's all
Yeah.
goal oriented, that we want to accomplish something. That brings us the clarity, right? It's not about the time boundaries. We have never been asked, or we've never been forced to meet some deadlines and everything. Rather, it's all about genuine commitment. In fact, that is what DD does when it comes to selecting people. And people like you, when they come out of DDIP with such kind of a mindset, with such kind of success story, and with such kind of diligence, these are the kind of people that DD hires. And even in the conversation that I've had with my, fellow colleagues, everybody is like keen on learning and trying
Yeah.
something new. And that is what, separates, successful people from less successful people. And I mean, me going to DD's place, that was a surreal experience in itself. I got to learn so much about him. And even being in the team, I think I completed about 1 year, 2 months by now in this company. It's been just phenomenal. Our life has just taken a different turn. I never
Yeah.
anticipated I'll be in marketing and I'll be in sales and I'll be doing all of this. And now the chance to interact with so many people, me as an intern of batch 2, I feel
Mhm.
privileged. I think I might have, coached 3,500 people by now. Phenomenal. I never thought about it that would happen. And I think similar things are happening at your end. And in digital freelancing, you have already made like 33 times of your investment. That's an ROI most people don't even get within a year in stock markets.
Exactly. Even everybody was people at my place, like my relatives, they used to ask me, मेरे बच्चे को भी बता दो कुछ, and they come to me that my like she's my daughter looks at you as an inspiration to her, as an idol to her. I'm like, really? I don't
Wow.
know. I have not done anything like this. But if they say, it makes me feel good. But then I know how to keep myself grounded. So I just don't get into high things. They're okay, fine. Thank you so much. I help them. That's the only
I
thing.
think I have another idea for you. So every year you join one batch of DDIP, okay, and get 33% ROI of it. And on top of it, you apply the lead generation module that you learned, and then you get some more leads and impress them with your work and get them on a referral, like, subscription model for your services. And you'll reach some 50% ROI 50 times ROI every single year.
I won't mind actually. In fact, you won't believe right now I'm just doing an SEO course, and then with Sanjay Shenoy's HIIT SEO I'm doing. And I am already having another course running in my mind that once I finish it, I have to do this.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to get into the depth of the things. Okay, fine. And it makes me feel very good that I am earning and then only I'm spending my own money. Nobody is putting I haven't borrowed anybody's money. I'm doing it on my own. So it's hard earned money. It's okay, but that is again going and enhancing my skills and knowledge. As this is also, I remember you have told me that you should learn whatever there to enhance your skills. You should keep doing that. So I'm following my mentor actually.
I mean, everybody's learning something from somebody. I mean, awesome, and thank you for that compliment. Um, I am so happy having this conversation with you. The kind of strength and courage, and through your decisions and your clarity of, the decisions that you have achieved so much. So, if you were to give an advice to people who are inspired by you, what would be it?
I just want to say that trust yourself and just work hard. Don't go, first of all, don't go with the spoon feeding things. People come and they teach you, but you have to be practical. And if you want to earn, you have to be practical in your knowledge. You can't just earn because somebody else is doing it. So, and you should not follow everybody's step. You should do whatever you want to do. And then let's see if it is not working, then you should understand that what is actually going wrong into that. I have done the same thing. If it's not working, take the responsibility and go ahead, move it. You and stop just stucking yourself at one place and keep crying for that one thing. Money, monetary things never bothers. You should keep your relationships intact. This is what I believe in.
Wonderful. Such a nice message for everybody. And I certainly hope everybody who watches this video completes it through and is watching until now, and they get to take your message, apply it in their lives, and join DDIP, complete week 1, 4. I mean, these are the important videos: 1, 3, 4, 7, 10, and 11, and 12. I mean, for me, this is just my analysis and my choices of these weeks are just phenomenal. How they can, like, just shift your perspective on, and
Did
week
you
number 6.
week one actually ignites something inside you that
Exactly.
you should go for it.
So
Then,
week 12 is called Igniting the Flame Sales, and
yeah,
week 1 is Success Mindset, and how everything just scales up. That is just amazing. The
everything is
structure
like
of the program. Ah, so great talking to you. Thank you, Pallavi. I think this is the first conversation we have technically for 1 hour since the batch. We have had several short conversations, but now that I know about your story and your journey, it's going to, stay in my mind. In fact, I talked to a few more women in the last few calls. So one was Jayasthi. She shifted to Singapore and she achieved so much for herself. Then there's Shweta. She is a very young girl and she's, working with beauty brands as a content writer. She's from batch 6. And then Harsh Agarwal from batch 6. And then Pooja, she's running her own agency from batch 10, Pooja Jagwani. You must be knowing that.
yes, yes, I have heard
Yeah.
the name.
Yeah, so I had a video, I had a call with her. So all of these people, these people just stick out as the most hardworking, diligent ones. Because you can get all the knowledge, but then as you said, it's all about applying it. And when you have the knowledge, when you want to apply it, you need one commitment device.
Exactly.
That commitment device is something that can hold you accountable, committed to it. And DDIP just facilitates that. DDIP is not about revenue generation. DDIP, so when I was an intern, I used to wonder how, DD makes money, how DD makes money when he's giving everything away for free. But now that I'm in the team, what I have realized is that the way it is, it's more like facilitator. You want to achieve, you want to apply, you also have our courses, you also have internet with you, but you want to get that opportunity to apply it. But how will you apply unless and until you have something at stake? So
Definitely.
DDIP is all about holding you accountable, that you deposit the sum, you complete it, you take the money back. Because when you apply it, you achieve something. It makes
Right.
us feel good, it makes you feel good. You'll tell other people about this. I'll also tell other people that, hey, Pallavi achieved. So it's like always a complete win-win-win-win-win. And nothing gets better than that. So people like you, and you especially with your whole journey, are so inspirational. Thank you, Pallavi, for joining this call.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Divya, for having me in this call.
I'll always remember this conversation, and especially when there is a struggle and the person comes out of it with flying colors, and especially when she's a woman, it just inspires me. My mom is an inspiration for me, because how much she had to, struggle with and bring up two sons, and then she still has that knack of learning something new. You throw something at her and say, mom, this is not working, this is not happening, this is not going to get done. She's like, kaise nahi hoga? Bring it to me. She'll sit down, she'll work on it, and she'll somehow find a way out of it. And I think I have, derived that kind of a tenacity to learn from her. I mean,
Uh-huh.
people see all these bookshelves, but they don't know that these books came to me about 3.5, 4 years ago. Before that, I was all about learning, observing internet, any books or any person talking. So, it's all about learning something new. That is what inspires me. And you are another embodiment of it. So
Thank you so much. It's
thank
like
you so much.
I'm obliged. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and had a great conversation with you. And my best wishes to you for the future. Make 50 lakh in the coming years, and then we'll have another call with you with more
Sure.
insight. Bye bye.
Pakka. Okay,
Take care.
bye-bye. Thank you.